Round 14 of the FIM MX2 Motocross World Championship was held at Gaildorf in Germany. It was the European round, and it was a big weekend for both KTMs of 84, Jeffrey Hurlings, and 94, Ken Roczen. He made this mistake while closing in on his teammate, and as it stood, Roczen would not gain enough points to maybe win the championship. But further ahead, we've got Arnold Tonus, who was battling. He led briefly at one stage when Hurlings made this mistake here. That was a change for the lead, and then Roczen was in second, then Paulin moved to third. Tommy Searle was closing in the background as well. Eventually, Ken Roczen moved through into the lead, and eventually, number 7, Arnold Tonus, dropped back to third behind Paulin. Tommy Searle was on the charge into fourth, having found a way past Jeffrey Hurlings, and then Gauthier Paulin. He made this mistake, but is able to keep it up and running, didn't lose too much time, and eventually challenged Arnold Tonus to move into second in the race. So Roczen from Searle, Tonus third, Paulin fourth, but a great win for Ken Roczen. FIM MX1, race 1, and the Kawasaki's of Xavier Ford, Jonathan Barrett were all up there in the mix in the early stages, but no one put money on Evgeny Bobryshev, who started second, and before the end of the first lap was already leading. He went on to win comfortably down the head of the field. Jonathan Barrett crashed out spectacularly, and he would pick himself up and go from 17th to 12th, come the checkered flag. Max Nagel riding at home. He started to fight his way through from 9th, but Stephen Frossard, he crashed out and would not remount. He went from 3rd position around about the halfway mark, and that would be enough to hand Tony Cairoli his 5th World Championship crown, despite what happened to him, even if he didn't finish the moto. A couple of laps to go, he found a way past Max Nagel to go 3rd, but Bobryshev hung on for a great win. Cairoli came round to finishing 3rd. He was then crowned World Champion. MX2 race 2, and this time Ken Roczen found his way into the lead, but before you know it, his teammate Jeffrey Hurlings found a way through. Tommy Searle battled with both the KTMs, pulling them both in. He moved into second position with a great pass on Ken Roczen. He then went after Jeffrey Hurlings. As it stood, Ken Roczen would not be world champion at this stage. Tommy Searle though caught Hurlings, made a mistake. Roczen went through into second, and then tried to challenge his teammate for the win. He lost the front end right in front of the main crowd area. He picked himself up in 3rd place, and once again the title was going down to the final round of the season. Tommy Searle then went by Jeffrey Hurlings, and that would give Ken Roczen the 50 points he needed to win the World Championship. Tommy Searle won the race in the Grand Prix, Hurlings was second, but the 3rd place and the World Championship belonged to Ken Roczen. And it was the first time where Germany had won it in 43 years. And the gold plate in front of a packed audience here, and an emotional Ken Roczen as he took his first ever MX2 World Crown. MX1 race 2, the final race of the day. Tony Cairoli, of course, already crowned World Champion, but he didn't make the best of starts. These two riders here, German Max Nagel and the Italian Guarneri, collided, battling over 11th position in the opening laps. But up front it was Christophe Pourcel who made a start that everybody else wanted, but he led every single lap. Behind him, Evgeny Bobryshev, who started in 2nd position. He was there for the half of the race. Eventually got caught by Tony Cairoli. He went wide here, jumped out of the track almost, grabbed a whole load of track fencing around the rear wheel. Eventually the Russian dropped down to 8th position. His teammate, Bruno Gonçalves, stalled and would go on to finish in 4th. But Max Nagel had another big crash here and he lost the front end on landing and would only finish in 10th. The podium got tight though, as Pourcel crossed the line to win the race. Cairoli came over the line to finish in 2nd. It was official, he was the 5-time world champion. And on the podium, he was once again handed the gold plate. And he was a very happy man indeed.